My name is Katie Pearl, and I was the director of Oedipus. I really wanted to do a show that would shine a light and highlight our non-white theater students, and that's one of the reasons why I chose to work with Milton on it. Milton Espinoza is a really special human being and an incredibly talented actor and storyteller with a really deep heart and soul and purpose. And I specifically invited him to develop the production concept with me together, and also he's such a community builder and such a leader on campus that I knew that having him as the anchor of the cast would set a precedent for the kind of community building and care that we wanted the rehearsal room and the ensemble to have.
My name is Milton Espinoza Jr., and I played Oedipus Gomez, aka Patas Malas. I feel like the purpose of this show was not only for representation for underrepresented, talented artists, but also for just spreading this message of systemic oppression, particularly within the prison system, in the low-income communities in Los Angeles, and how it just affects these daily lives of these marginalized identities within the group. I think my reasoning for doing this show is to definitely sort of stage that narrative in a way where like it clicks into the audience's head, where like, okay, this is not just a story of Oedipus, but a story of a man tormented by the prison system. It was wild for me, I would say, because, you know, I'm outside of those worlds of, you know, the prison system and Los Angeles culture, Chicano culture. I tried my best, like absolute best, to like tell this story as truthfully as possible. And in a way, it was like the most I can do, despite being how nervous and scary it was to like, you know, be Oedipus. It was just to like give it integrity and give it respect and honor, you know, the truth of what's written, and just in my own interpretation of it, try my best to tell that story without feeling like it needs to be right or needs to be like in a certain way of how it's told. And like I was able to like get support from Katie, from my cast, friends, family, who were just like there for me throughout that time. Cause like there was a moment where I definitely felt isolated. I don't know if I'm capable of like, you know, connecting or in a way being in tune with the harmony of the show and the flow of it. But like thanks to like an amazing team and the community that we had already established from the beginning, we were able to like, you know, bring me back into the space and like, you know, be a part of this story again.
Hi, my name is Bianca Perez, and I played Yocasta in Oedipus today. Yeah, I think like it was so important, the trust that we build as an ensemble and as a cast, and like to kind of support each other through that. And I feel like even acting in the scenes, like there was a part of me that like with Milton or with like whoever was in the scene, I was like, oh, like I know he's supporting me through that, like not just like Oedipus or the character, but like as actors we have each other right now. So I mean, part of the show also was like together as a whole, we all like put our input to build the scenes, and mostly like all with the ensemble and like playing with the set and like playing with the boxes and like movements and kind of like character dynamics. So definitely like as we were collaborating, it was a lot of like listening to each other and being like, oh, okay, this is a good idea. Let's shape it, or let's move it, or how do we like implement it and like make sure that everyone is being heard and like feels like seen and like their idea is like important in the space. And I feel like that just really helped a lot with like building the community within us. And collaborating is always like a struggle between like, oh, like so many voices in a room, but like how do you like define that? And I felt like Katie had that kind of like really well structured.
The best case scenario when you're making a play is that you might start as a group of strangers, but that you end up really feeling like a family. And that was one of my highest priorities working on this show, that I wanted to make a good show, of course, but I really wanted to give the students a sense of community and warmth and belonging and support.